What's up, subscribers? Sunjetsu here. Today I wanted to go ahead and see if any of you viewers could shed some light maybe on a revelation, something that I have just found out about Total War Warhammer, and maybe you guys watch some sort of vlog or something from Creative Assembly that I may have missed going further into detail about this. But basically I wanted to go ahead and talk about resettling. And if you have the ability to conquer the world and play against lore in Total War Warhammer, so the consensus right now is that you cannot really play against lore. Now, the only thing that I heard about is prior was that from some of the videos that we had on Total War YouTube channel is that if you are, say, the Empire, you can possibly get a truce with maybe the Greenskins or something like that, but it won't last very long, and it'll be like a tenuous truce, because they are mortal enemies, or they're enemies, they're Nemesis. And so that's kind of the extent of what I thought the lore, how lore specific this is going to be. Well, I come to find out that it goes a lot more into detail with that, or officially they go a lot more into detail about how restrictive you are when it comes to trying to claim certain lands away from, I guess, your Nemesis. People are calling it the Nemesis system. A viewer actually, not a viewer, someone on this Reddit said something kind of funny. Give me a second. Calling this game, instead of Total War, Selective War, because you can only you really like railroaded into which factions you can go to war with, and how severe, how intense you can bring that war about. So basically I wanted to go ahead and talk about what Darren of CA, Creative Assembly, I think this is Darren Total War, I'm assuming it is, I'm not exactly sure, but something that he mentioned, I guess, on this Reddit about the resettling system in the game, and he said he would go into more detail in like a vlog or something like that, or stay tuned, yeah, blog or something like that. I haven't seen it, I can't really find it, so if anyone has found it, then let me know in the comment section below. But basically he states that this is Darren CA Creative Assembly, just to clear up a small bit of confusion. If you can occupy a piece of territory, then you can raise that territory and resettle it later, much like in Attila, same as Attila. If you cannot occupy a piece of territory, then you can raise it but not resettle it because you can't occupy it. So basically that means that some territories in the game for certain factions will not be able to be occupied. You cannot keep those territories that you take. You can raise them, you can't keep them, you can't resettle them, you can't remake them yours. If you cannot occupy a piece of territory and you raise it, the enemy AI can come back and resettle it. Basically meaning if that you are the Empire and you go deep into Greenskin territory, you burn down one of their settlements, raise it, you cannot occupy it, you just raised it, you leave, the AI can resettle it and take it back. This is troubling, guys, and I'm just saying it right now. I wanted to go ahead and bring this up to conversation because I'm for Total War as being able to change history. That's what Total War is to me. That's what I love. That's why I love Rome. Ever since I've been playing Rome Total War, I've loved Total War because I know I can change the history of the world with my faction, and that's what really excites me about it. Warhammer, at first I was a little bit weary because of the fact that it's mainly fantasy. I want them to work on a historical title. It has been confirmed that they are working on a historical title alongside this game. They haven't released any information about it yet, but they're working on it or whatever. And there's like an entirely different team working on Warhammer. All right, fine. The Warhammer mechanics and just the lore and everything like that seems great, seems awesome, this and that. What I've been worrying about is that if this game is going to be too lore specific, too lore controlled, and it seems like this is what it's going to be. It's going to be too lore controlled. Can you really conquer the world? I feel like one of the videos they came out with is Conquer the World or something like that in a Total War Warhammer Machinima type of video, and I don't think that you can rule the world, I think it's called. You can't rule the world in Warhammer if you can't take certain settlements. And one of the there's a poster on Total War Center who was talking about their Third Age campaign. They loved how they can you know, conquer it with the dwarves and then set their eyes on the free men of Erebor or the elves or whatever, you know, whoever they'd want, they can go to war with, and they love that choice. It seems like with Warhammer, unless they mod it, you cannot. Some territories you cannot take, it seems like. And that means that, in my opinion, that means that because they had only stated before that really it's going to be harder to go into diplomacy with certain factions as a faction, or as a Nemesis faction. I'm assuming it's called Nemesis. I'm calling it Nemesis. So they told us that before, and now they're saying that, but you can't even take some settlements from some areas on the map. You can't conquer the entire world. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be more things that, like, the dwarves will get major penalties, or they cannot attack the Empire. Empire cannot attack the dwarves. The greenskins probably can attack both of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in the chaos, I guess they can attack anybody. But if they add more factions, they might be restricted to this as well. I'm worried about this. I mean, I know this is a different game. I know there's a historical game coming out too, but I just wish that they wasn't going down a path of lore-centric. I want it to be fluid and random, and being able to control my own empire. I want the empire to be in a heated war with the greenskins, and as the dwarves, me declare peace with their greenskins, like by giving them something, I don't know, giving them some land, a lot of money, and then being like, you know what, the empire is weak, it is time to take it. And this is really upsetting me, because in the greenskin campaign video we watched, there was a part where they took territories from each other. I believe the greenskins took a territory from the dwarves, and it changed the way the graphics looked. I thought it was awesome. It was like, oh wow, that's awesome. So whenever you take a territory, you make it look like your faction's territory, and that's really, really cool. And I really love that little aspect of it, where it looked more like a greenskin city than it looked like a dwarven city. And then when you take it back, it looks like a dwarven city. That's awesome. But now they're saying that you can't, some territories or some areas or regions, you cannot take them, and you cannot make them look like your territory or whatever. You can't take them. And some people are saying this is like for the lore. Some people are saying because the lore doesn't permit the empire from going into like hostile lands. I mean, I was reading the whole Reddit page. They can't go into hostile lands, like in the greenskin lands. They can't live there, this and that. I call bullshit on that. I mean, I've read enough into the Warhammer mythos and lore to know about the certain areas, and in my opinion, besides the monsters, there is not very many areas that, or there's very little areas that the empire really cannot live in. Humans themselves are very adaptable. They can live in any environment. That's what in this planet, we live on every environment known. Like every environment that there is on this planet, we live in there. The empire are humans. They can live anywhere. They should be able to go anywhere. And I mean, some places, yes, it could be really, really bad if you make a settlement there, but that should be your choice whether you want to make a settlement there and like have your people be dying and starving and being just sucked into chaos, like it's 100% chaos there. You know, things like that. Like, it should be your choice whether you want to make a settlement there or not, because I feel like the humans, the empire, should be able to go anywhere. The greenskins probably will be able to go anywhere. I mean, what is the point, unless they can't, because what is the point of having the greenskins be this huge threat that's trying to keep going north, east, west, northwest, into the Empire's lands, into the Dwarven lands, but there's certain lands they cannot take. That doesn't make any sense. The Dwarves, on their hands, I can see more with them because they are in most lore, and even, I mean, what I've read so far, I mean, they're very secluded. I mean, in Warhammer it's a little bit different because they can expand a little bit more, but in most lore, Dwarven people are more secluded, so I can see that. The chaos, I mean, they're also kind of like a plague type thing. Like they should be able to go anywhere. I don't know. That's kind of just my rant on it, guys. Basically, my feeling is that anybody should be able to take any territory, just no matter where it is, and you should just deal with the consequences of making a territory there or making a land there. Like if an empire takes a land in like the worst elements or the worst area in the greenskins territories, then they should reap the consequences of that, like low population, starvation, disease, chaos, whatever it might be. Or if they try to take some territories or whatever from the vampire counts, then they should be blighted. I don't know. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Put in the comment section below. Let me know. What are your opinions? What do you guys think about this? Are you guys for this? Are you guys for a more lore centric, at least for this game, this group of games a more lore centric and then keep our randomness to our historical setting, or do you guys want more randomness in this type of game? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know, guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let's even get over 50 likes for randomness in Total War games. I love Total War. I love randomness in the games. I love being able to make my own history, making my own history. Let's see if we can get over 50 likes for it, guys. I appreciate every single like. And if you like what you see here and you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see more, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing if you have subscribed. This is going to be Sunjutsu signing off. Maybe on a revelation, something that I have just found out about Total War Warhammer, and maybe you guys watch some sort of vlog or something from Creative Assembly that I may have missed, going further into detail. What's up, subscribers? Sunjutsu here. Today I wanted to go ahead and see if any of you viewers could shed some light, and it'll be like a tenuous truce, because they are mortal enemies, or they're enemies, they're nemesis. And so that's kind of the extent of what I thought the lore, how lore specific this is going to be. The only thing that I heard about is prior was that from some of the videos that we had on Total War YouTube channel, is that if you are, say, the Empire, you can possibly get a truce with maybe the Greenskins or something like that, but it won't last very long. About this, but basically I wanted to go ahead and talk about resettling. And if you have the ability to conquer the world and play against lore in Total War Warhammer, so the consensus right now is that you cannot really play against lore. Now,